to EDYS Expression initiative at home. Today we're going to be exploring, through our mindfulness session, the idea of balance. Yesterday in our art sessions we talked about balance in art, so we're making mobiles and showing how different weights over different distances when you work with it can create a balance. So a heavier weight and a light weight at different balance points will actually create a balance through physics. That's some maths I don't want to get into right now. What I thought I'd do is I'd start with something simple. So balance, how can this be a mindful exercise? What is balance? I mean, if we dissect me, there is no balance valve inside of me for my emotional balance. There is a balance for my ears, my equilibrium inside of there, there's balance, and without that, well, I'll just fall over, probably. What can we talk about with balance? Well, I thought I'd share a story. So when I was a kid growing up, I lived on a small island right at the top of Scotland. We moved there in the early 80s, and I came from a theatrical background, so I learnt how to juggle at an early age. Juggling is not that difficult once you get the hang of it. There is a little trick to it. But I reckon you guys could all juggle in under 30 minutes. I've taught most people in under 15 minutes how to do a basic juggling pattern. Why is that relevant? Well, because I could juggle. My dad thought he'd up the game, and he said, son, if you can unicycle and juggle at the same time, by the time you're 15, you'll be able to do anything in life. Which I think is a brilliant metaphor. Like at the time, I was a bit overwhelmed by the idea of having to do that, or the idea of doing it. But I took it in small steps to create the balance. So these were a wonderful present from my mother. These are some Christmas pie juggling balls. See? First of all, these are great to learn to juggle because when you drop them, they don't run away. So, juggling. So you start off really simply, one to the other hand. Right? One hand to the other. I did that for a while, so I got used to the idea of this eye level and it sort of creating a shape across like this. And then the second one, we introduced the second pie, and that one is a snap release. So as this one's dropping down, I catch this one, right? So there's small steps, okay? So if I want to, I can just stay in that one hand. And I learned to separate them like that, and do a circle like that. Okay, so juggling. So this metaphor is kind of interesting. I'm gonna bring three in now, okay? So juggling, we talk about, look at that. So it's the same pattern. I'm just doing the same snap pattern. Okay, now what is it? What has this got to do with balance? Because look at my 2 feet planted firmly on the ground. I mean, I can go super fast with these if we want. Okay, so that's juggling, right? But adding a unicycle to the mix. So juggling is much like school and friends and activities and things that you want to do. You're trying to keep that juggling. You're trying to keep that, you think about it. You've got school, you've got social life, you've got your group activities that you do out there. They're all things that you juggle. And then your relationships, they're all things that you juggle, but you try and keep them in balance. So you try to see your friends enough. You try to keep your family happy. You've got to balance all of those things. So bringing unicycle into the mix is quite a thing. Again, these are balance points in this. So again, like I was talking about before, the balance point in this, right, is in the middle. The balance point, I can just spin it if I turn it aside here. There's a balance point in the middle there. This is actually weighted. This is heavier just here to help with the spin, to keep it balanced. I then decided I wanted to juggle clubs, so I moved on to clubs. Okay, so you can juggle clubs in the same way. Now it's a little bit difficult because they're spinning, all right? And life can throw you some curveballs that are spinning, and you've got to be prepared for them. You've got to be resilient enough to handle the change. So I haven't unicycled and juggled at the same time in like 30 years, right? Once I did it when I was 15. On this small island in the Outer Hebrides, I used to unicycle around the island, and the only thing that stopped me was cattle grids. They're very difficult to get over on cheap unicycles. So I incorporated the juggling and I incorporated the unicycling, and it was a balance. And I used that affirmation that I could do that to help me in life. Whenever anything came up that I thought was a struggle or I thought was going to be difficult, and I needed to find balance emotionally and mentally to get through it, I knew that I could do that because I could juggle and unicycle at the same time. I'm on a single pivot point while balancing a series of concepts in the air. Balance can be attained. It is an ineffable thing. It's hard to actually explain what balance is because of all the factors, and it's different for everybody. So I get that. What I want is for you to find balance in your life. You find your juggling and unicycle. I'm not saying that you guys have to go and juggle and unicycle. That's just the family that I came from. There could be a number of other things. But look for the balance, much like the yin-yang symbol. There's a little bit of good in the bad, and a little bad in the good. There is a balance to everything. That's my thought for the day. That's what I want you to meditate on or consider. I want to thank you for watching the video again today, and hopefully this has given you something to work with and something to think about, and possibly created an army of juggling unicyclists that will take over the world once we return to it. So guys, stay safe, look after yourselves. Actually, one more thing. Can you guys do me a favor? Not me actually, do yourselves a favor. I want you to go into the kitchen, put the kettle on, and make a really nice cup of tea for the person that you're living with, for the person that you're staying with. If you've got your mum at home with you, your dad, aunties, uncles, grandparents, I don't care who they are. If they're with you, they probably deserve a cup of tea at the very least. So, stay safe, look out for those people around you, wash your hands, make a cup of tea.
Hi guys, thanks for watching the video. Can you like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification, everything you need to do, you know what you need to do. Can you do it please? That'd be great. Alright, cool. See you in the next one guys. Take care.